Good afternoon, and welcome to another episode of Wayne's World of Science and Technology. I'm out walking the dog today. Here, meet dog. Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to talk about the current geopolitical situation in the world from a Canadian viewpoint. We, as you may have noticed, have been in the news a lot lately for a variety of reasons. And it's really interesting because I've been seeing for a while some interesting shifts in world politics, but I wasn't exactly sure where it was going. And I think I have a bit of a feeling now. Basically, what's happening is Canada's three greatest geopolitical rivals are all trying to, how should I put it, destroy themselves. Yeah, destroy themselves. That's the best way of putting it. And they're doing this economically, which is really kind of weird. Usually when you have a country that destroys itself, it destroys itself by massive disagreements between various groups in society. So you end up with one group saying, hey, this is right and this is wrong, and you know, the usual. But in this particular case, that's not what's happening. It's all coming down to money. And for those who are wondering when I say three greatest geopolitical adversaries of Canada, I'm talking Russia, which has been the biggest for the longest, China, the second largest, or second longest, I guess you should say, and our newest geopolitical rival, the United States, who seems to think that threatening Canada works, and that's really not a good idea. Canadians don't like threats. We have this tendency to strike back, often in unusual ways. As a couple of historians have put it, if you want new war crimes invented, send the Canadians in. Unfortunately, we tend to be rather, how should I put it? We like winning. And that's not always good for the other guy. But to get back to it, as I said, all three of them are currently having massive economic problems. Russia's comes back to the fact that at the basis, it is a single issue economy. The only thing that matters in Russia is hydrocarbons, really. Without hydrocarbons, without the hydrocarbon sales through coal, oil, natural gas, Russia doesn't have an economy. China has managed to do something totally different. They've overbuilt to a point where they have so much production capacity, they can produce more than the entire world needs, and they're still building more. Unproductive capacity is a huge waste. They're building so much unproductive capacity that they're basically throwing money away. And they don't have that much money to throw away. And you're going to say, but China's the second largest economy on the planet. And that is quite true. That doesn't mean that they have a lot of free money. If you are earning $1 million a year and you're spending $1 million a year, you don't have a lot of free money. And that's basically the sort of situation they're in. They have so much money that they are using in bad ways that they are crippling their country. As to the United States, well, we all know about the trade wars and how ineffective they've been so far in actually getting anybody to come to the table. And I know a lot of people I know in the United States are going to say, oh, but it's all going perfectly fine. It's all Trump's super plan. The problem is that if it's a plan that doesn't seem to be, okay, when he says we're going to do 90 deals in 90 days, and we get past 90 days, and as far as we can tell, no deals have actually been signed. I mean, there's been agreements made on certain things, but there have not been deals signed. You have a problem. Now, okay, maybe he misspoke, but all of this stuff that he's doing is taxing U.S. citizens. And again, I know people will say, oh, but the companies will pay the taxes. To which I say, bullshit. I worked in business for a long time. Almost all that time I was doing imports and exports from the United States, the United Kingdom, Germany, France, Sweden, China. I mean, all over the place. And, oh yeah, Italy too. It was pretty nuts, basically. We were doing imports from so many different places, and we were selling to so many different places over my tenure at various companies that, yeah, I saw a lot of tariffs. And guess what, folks? When I shipped stuff out to a customer, I didn't pay the tariffs. When they shipped stuff to me, they didn't pay the tariffs. The United States taxpayers are going to be paying these tariffs. Trump has just basically hit them with a huge tax. And that tax means that people are not going to have the money that they need. Oops, excuse me a second. Dog has just switched sides. They're not going to have the money they need to spend on other things. If you're paying more taxes, you can't spend that money on a new car or a new cell phone. Okay, yeah, I'm boasting. I just got a new cell phone. I'll put up with a lot of things that I'll do with bad equipment on, but my cell phone gets a lot of use. So it's going to be a big problem down there. As far as Canada's concerned, we're not happy. I'm not saying we are, but it's not going to kill us. And it is going to kill them. Anyways, that's it for now. I'll talk to you later. Have a good day, folks. Bye-bye.